Hello and welcome to another crash course video. Our subject today is President John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Born on May 29th, 1917 in Brookline, Massachusetts, JFK was born into a very respected family. His father was Joseph P. Kennedy, who was a very respected businessman and politician. His father wanted his oldest son, Joseph P. Kennedy Jr., to become the President of America. But he died in an aeroplane explosion in 1944, 12th of August. But let's talk about what you came here for, JFK. We'll be splitting these sections into parts. So here is JFK graduated from Harvard in June 1940. He then joined the Navy in 1941. On August 2nd, 1943, the boat he was on, PT-109, was struck by a Japanese destroyer. This cut the boat in half, and the entire crew was thrown into the dark waters. Kennedy towed an injured crew member, McMahon, 4 miles to a small island. This saved the whole entire crew. Kennedy received the Navy and Marine Corps Medal and the Purple Heart for his heroic actions. He returned home in 1945. He then decided to run for the US House of Representatives in 1946. This immediately attracted attention and some criticism, for he was only 29 at the time. Kennedy won the election in the House of Representatives in 1948 and 50, and in 1952 ran successfully for the Senate. On September 12, 1953, Kennedy married beautiful socialite and journalist Jacqueline Lee Boover. Kennedy was liked by a majority of America. However, one decision would ultimately be his downfall. Now, Kennedy didn't actually create or escalate the problem in Vietnam, but he did send troops into Vietnam, about 16,000 at the time of his death. Many people believe that Lyndon B. Johnson had JFK killed because he wanted to send more troops to Vietnam. Talking about JFK's death, 22nd November 1963, Dallas. Many people remember this day as the day C.S. Lewis died. Just kidding. JFK was shot from the book depository by Lee Harvey Oswald, allegedly. Many people have made allegations and conspiracy theories on JFK's death. The most popular theory is the grassy knoll theory, where it is speculated whether a man who fired the third shot into Kennedy's head actually was on the grassy knoll. They even made a movie on it, called JFK in 1991. It was written and directed by Oliver Stone. He also made Platoon. This movie highlights the grassy knoll conspiracy theory. The movie takes a lot of its own liberty to dramatize and fictionalize the events leading up to and after JFK's death. And the now iconic back and to the left scene is used in many debates. The film can't actually be used for factual evidence for arguments about JFK's death because it's not really right. JFK is held in high regard. He is often regarded as the best president America has ever seen. This is all because of his work when the Cuban Missile Crisis was occurring. This could have easily turned into a nuclear war, but Kennedy showed his patience and waited for Russia to talk about negotiations. Many remember this as the most harrowing week for both America, Russia, and the world. Kennedy showed the critics that he was not just a well-dressed and good-looking man. In the end, people remember Kennedy as the president who solved the Cuban Missile Crisis. Ultimately, Kennedy is one of the best American presidents because of his connection he had with his people. He didn't get to go on to his fourth term. One would wonder what if his presidency would be if he left on his own terms. On that morbid note, I'd like to end this video. Please take this and remember that JFK is one of the best presidents America has ever seen. I'm Liam Boland, and in case I don't see you again, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.